Hey everyone, welcome back to our Sabbath School summary. Today we're diving into Lesson 13, where we explore how love completes God's law. The memory text for this week is Romans 13:8. Owe no one anything except to love one another, for he who loves another has fulfilled the law. Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about the foundation of God's government, his law of love. God's law is built on two great principles: love for God and love for our fellow humans. Imagine a problematic church member being addressed by a board member who says, "We can't make decisions based on compassion." The pastor is puzzled. How can anyone understand God's law without compassion? Love is not just a feeling, it's an action, the fulfillment of the law. On Sunday, we learn that God has loved us with an unimaginable love, rooted deeply in his law. This love was the very foundation of creation and redemption. Back in Eden, God's law of love governed everything. Even before the Ten Commandments were etched in stone, God saved Israel from slavery out of his boundless love. The first 4 commandments teach us how to love God, and the last 6 teach us how to love others. God's love and his law are inseparable. Moving on to Monday, we see that when God upholds the law, he upholds love. Jesus died to save sinners and to uphold the law, offering grace to all. Some might argue that grace cancels the law, but Paul clearly states otherwise. We are called to avoid sin, not to continue in it. Christ came to fulfill the law, showing us that God's holiness and love are intertwined. Tuesday's lesson reveals that God's love and justice are evident in both his law and his grace. Ancient Israel saw the giving of the law as a profound display of God's grace, because it revealed what pleases him. The law was inscribed on stone, but meant to be written in our hearts. It shows us our sins, but cannot save us. Salvation is through grace alone, and our love for God is demonstrated by keeping his commandments. On Wednesday, we learn that love is the fulfillment of the law. Paul sums up many of the last 6 commandments with love your neighbor as yourself. This love manifests as justice, mercy, and faith. The Sabbath commandment is particularly significant as it commemorates both creation and deliverance from oppression. It's a call to remember God's saving acts and to extend that love to others. Thursday reminds us that God's law of love is not just about refraining from evil, but also about actively showing love to others. We are called to be impartial and generous in our love, reflecting God's love on earth. Christ's life is our ultimate example of pure love for all souls. Finally, Friday's lesson challenges us to ask, how do we save souls that are ready to perish? Our mission is to rescue the perishing and care for the dying. Those who love and serve others will be cared for by Jesus, the great shepherd. We are co-laborers with God, and he needs each one of us. So friends, let's go out and love one another as Christ has loved us. Remember, love is the fulfillment of the law. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Stay blessed.